I'm back. And not because that I didn't have anything left to say with the first video. I was actually done, but life happens, and I felt like I told you the positive side about co-parenting. Well, here's the negative side. And I'm leaning like this right now because I'd probably be smoking a cigarette if I smoked like that. That's how frustrated I am. It's just, people that are divorced, I think, know what I'm talking about when they have kids. The things that you probably didn't agree on with raising your kids together are still issues sometimes when you are separated and divorced. Okay? It's only magnified, you know, in a sense. Because I feel like there's almost a tug of war with the wills, where it's like, well, I think it should be this way, and well, I think I should be this way, and so it's annoying because now it's like you're not in the same household to kind of patrol one another and how things should be done. We weren't ever really on the same page with raising in the household when we were together. It was just with my oldest, when it came to potty training, that was an issue. Like, when to start potty training her, you know, I was like, I felt like she could, but she still was kind of not as verbal as I'd like. So by 3, of course, I was like, yeah, 3. That's when you start potty training. So, he was like, well, I mean, she's only 3, and she, you know, she's not even really in school, and this and that, and just pushing it back. And I just felt like he was being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop procrastinating things when you know that she needs to be potty trained one way or the other, but still, if she can do it, why not make her independent? And we're paying for these freaking pull-ups. So, it's a nightmare with her. And then once we did get her finally potty trained, she regressed because we were fighting so badly that she just, it was, you know, anxiety and things like that. I would call it trauma, to be honest. It's just bad. Well, and that was one of the main reasons why I knew we had to break up, because it's like, I don't want to raise my kid in this. It's just too toxic. Well, I don't know why it would be any different at this point, because even though we were on the same page with the potty training of the youngest, it's like I can't patrol like the, you know, pull-up situation. Typically, you know, when we potty train, only time you put pull-ups on them are when they go to bed, you know, with a nap or at night. So I don't put pull-ups on her. She's in her little panties. And, you know, she was pretty much good to go. You know what I'm saying? 3 weeks ago. Was just starting to poop in the potty fine, no problems, no accidents at school and at my mom's. So my mom takes her to school, and she keeps her 2 times a week at home with her little cousin. So she's been doing so well. And I just did not understand, like, because she went to her dad's, the week after, you know, we start they quarantined us that week. And then when I got her this week, I'm like, why is she pooping in her panties? You know what I mean? And because she would have accident every now and then, but it was like, it's been consistent this whole week. And I'm like, what the heck, man? And come to find out, he had let her been her pull-ups last week. He said just Friday and Saturday. It wouldn't have bothered me so much if she hadn't done this the whole week she's been here. And today was the last day for me since Sunday. It's Friday. And it's happened every day except for one time. Like, she waits till I put something on her. Like, you know, underwear. And so I called my mom today crying because I just felt like we got so far with her and now she's regressed. You know, they get to a point where they can get confused and they'll want the pull up and stuff, and it's like you basically starting all over again. And I'm pissed. You know, and it's like, You can't just do things because it's convenient. You know what I mean? Just can't. Not with kids. And then, like, even with, like, bedtime times and stuff, it's like you can't just be like, okay, well, they'll go to bed at, well, I'll put them to bed at 9 tonight, but tomorrow I'll put them at 8. And then, oh, well, we stayed up, so 10 o'clock is fine. You can't go boom, boom, boom. Like, it's a roller coaster, ride. It's got to be a consistent pattern. Like, there's got to be, like, a schedule. God forbid there be a schedule, because that just keeps them healthy, what I'm saying? It keeps them better behaved. And so many times they get here and it's just like everything's out of whack, And so that's just the hard part for me when it comes to co-parenting, because it's like I can't, oversee everything. And I'm not trying to oversee. It's just I just want to ensure that we're doing the same thing. So it's consistent across the board, because it's already crazy that they're with me a week and they're with him a week, as young as they are. So at the least we can do is be on the same page. And so that's the hard part at this point. And I just had to bring it up when it comes to co-parenting, that this is one of the things that makes it super duper difficult. And I'm at the point where I'm trying to figure out how to, like, not click. I usually call my parents first because I'm known to click, you know what I'm saying? And before thinking it through, and I'm trying to change and be a better person in that regard. And if I'm frustrated, not just reacting, let me think it through. Let me think about what I'm going to say. Come up with a plan of action, Don't just complain. Come up with a plan of action. Because I'm at the point where I don't want to continue the cycle of reacting the same way that I used to, because then I haven't learned my lesson, and all this will be for naught, And I feel like sometimes God is not going to bring the right person to you until you learn these lessons, on the way to becoming a better person. And it sucks, because let me tell you, it's either be on here talking to you people, you people, what do you mean by you people? Just kidding. Just either being on here talking about it or clicking on their dad. And that doesn't need to happen, because then it's just going to be a back and forth ego war. It's blame gaming. Your fault. She's been doing this before, blah, blah, It'll be like that. Well, she was doing this before she came to me, it's like, it's going to be stupid, And so I'm just trying to be like, let me breathe. Let me think it through before I go completely off, And it's like that somebody says, it's hard being an adult, Because sometimes I just want to not. So before my kids kill themselves, I got to go. Peace.